And today we're taking you to the French patisserie Ladurée in the heart of Soho, right at the corner of West Broadway and Spring Street. I have always wanted to visit Ladurée, not only to try their famous macarons, but also to experience their garden restaurant. So here we are. Now let's head inside. So this is the retail area of Ladurée, where they sell all kinds of pastries, including various flavors of macarons. Seating in this area is on a first-come, first-served basis. You don't need a reservation for these seats. When I arrived around 5 p.m., it was rather crowded, so I didn't want to spend too much time in the front. However, rest assured, I will show you the entire patisserie again at the end of the video when I'm leaving. That being said, let me take you to the back of the restaurant to show you their beautiful little garden. Do need to make a reservation for their garden restaurant, and my advice is to do so as soon as possible because Ladurée is in high demand, especially during summertime, and tables are booked quickly. Now, before reaching the garden restaurant, you will pass through a gorgeous indoor seating area, which you can see here, and then voila, you're in the garden. Next, you have to check in with the host and they will show you to your table. My table was located on the far left, which I didn't mind because it allowed me to get a nice view of the entire garden. To browse their menu, you can either look it up online by scanning the QR code on the table or request a physical menu. I don't want to spend too much time on the menu, but as you can see, it's quite extensive, ranging from breakfast to burgers and fries, and a classic afternoon tea, which is what I'm going to try today. The afternoon tea comes with 2 macarons of your choice, 2 Eugenes, 1 pastry, 3 small sandwiches, 2 scones, 1 honey pot, a choice of coffee, hot chocolate, or tea, and finally a mocktail. And here's the mocktail. Just a heads up, Ladurée is currently not serving any alcohol because their license is still pending, but that could change any day. In addition to the mocktail, I ordered tea and asked them to surprise me with a fruity one, so I can't tell you the exact flavor I got, but it tasted a little peachy and it was good. Now look at the delicious selection of pastries and sandwiches on this 3-tiered tray. Let's take a closer look at each tier. At the bottom we have scones and a pastry. Yep, here we go. Followed by sandwiches in the middle, and on top you can see colorful macarons and Eugenes. Overall, it's a gorgeous setup, but does it also taste good? Let's dig in. Starting off with the finger sandwiches, I love salmon, so this was the first sandwich I grabbed. I'm not sure what the different bread colors mean, maybe the red part has some tomato in it. It was very good, but I didn't want to get too full too quickly, so I only ate half of it. Moving on to the next sandwich, I think this one had Swiss cheese with honey mustard. I'm very picky with cheese and only like a few types, and unfortunately, this was not my favorite. The last sandwich on the tray was a cucumber cream cheese sandwich. It was delicious and refreshing, just perfect for a hot summer day. It was so good that I couldn't help but eat the entire sandwich this time. Here you can see the cute little honey pot that is also part of the afternoon tea ensemble. But let's take a look at the macarons. I asked them to surprise me with the flavors. When they served the tray, they mentioned that these are their most popular ones. This flavor is called Marie Antoinette tea, two light blue macaron shells filled with a smooth cream infused with Marie Antoinette tea. It was good, but didn't quite wow me, to be honest. Moving on to my first ever Eugene. I can tell you already, they are amazing. This one's called Eugene Rose, featuring a crunchy white chocolate shell with melting rose and lychee heart on top of a shortbread biscuit. I loved it. And next, I picked the final macaron on the tray. So initially, I asked for a fruity selection overall. I feel like this was the only fruity macaron that I got. It's called the passion fruit macaron, and it's obviously filled with passion fruit jam. It was super tasty. Here you can see a little bit more of the garden, and in a minute I'm going to pick the last Eugene. This pistachio Eugene features a white chocolate shell filled with a praline heart infused with pistachio and salt flour, all atop a shortbread biscuit. As I mentioned earlier, I was pleasantly surprised by how good the Eugenes are. You should definitely try them at Ladurée. I also wanted to show you the final pastry that was also part of the afternoon tea. I couldn't find the exact description of the pastry on their online menu, but it was sort of a smooth chocolate mousse sitting on top of a crunchy hazelnut base. It was by far my favorite. I loved it. It was so delicious. And by the way, I ate it all. And this is what's left. I felt full and satisfied, but not like I overate, so that's good. Now, I also wanted to take a moment to mention that you can host private events at Ladurée. In fact, there was a baby shower happening on the balcony tables here that just wrapped up. I'm sure Ladurée can also make arrangements for weddings and any other events you might want to celebrate. Rest assured, I asked the staff for a bag for the leftovers, so the leftovers won't go to waste. We have the little honey pot here, my scones and sandwich halves, all packaged nicely in a cute little Ladurée bag. And that concludes our afternoon tea at Ladurée. Now, let's take a final walkthrough. While doing so, I also wanted to share my overall experience at Ladurée. If you've been a long-time subscriber of this channel, you know that I've tried many afternoon teas by now. For example, I've been to the Plaza Hotel and the Blue Box Cafe at the Tiffany's flagship store. Links to these videos are in the description. So how does Ladurée compare to the other afternoon tea places? First of all, the location is great. SoHo is one of my favorite neighborhoods. The food was delicious, especially the Eugenes. However, there is an opportunity to enhance the ambience. Having fewer tables in the garden would open up the space a little more. It was quite loud and felt a bit cramped and rushed. Overall, I wouldn't mind returning and could even see myself consider the venue for hosting a private event. If you're still looking for the perfect afternoon tea, I highly recommend you check out our other videos, as they may help you decide which tea experience is right for you. And that wraps up our visit. I'm leaving you here, but I hope you enjoyed having afternoon tea at Ladurée with me. If so, please like this video, leave a comment, and most importantly, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Every engagement from my little community here on YouTube makes me happy, and I look forward to welcoming you to the In Love with New York family. Enjoy the rest of the video and I'll see you soon. Bye!